So we're going to put the other half on.
Right.
And there's the other half.
Wow.
Now,
does it always come with that built-in pop-up thermometer?
it does. And it's reading about 140 right now.
Okay.
And that's about what we want, somewhere around medium. That's
right.
around medium. Now, see, this is the other half. It fit like that. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Actually, it fits.
So we're eating a
like
puzzle.
that.
Yeah.
See, still has 3 tips.
Oh, I see. Right.
Okay, that's how it got the name tri-tip. So this is going to go on there, and then the
meat that thick, Ray. How long are we cooking that thing?
we're going to let that sit up there. You want to do it kind of start it out high and then slow it down.
Okay.
And it's probably going to take around a half an hour.
Okay.
Total. In order to cook it slow enough so that it's not burnt on the outside.
Slow, baby.
Yeah. Start it hot, turn it down. Now what we want to do is find out which way this meat is running. You see how the
not going anywhere.
Grains are running that way.
Oh.
So what we're going to want to do is cut across those grains.
You know who's going to eat this one?
A little mayonnaise.
Darcy. Come on. We get Ray's wife in here. Here you go, Darcy. Oh, no, here you go, Ray. You eat that one.
Thanks very much.
You're welcome. Cheers. All right, Ray, you're kind of a modest guy, but I'm going to give you some plugs now. I mean, every restaurant is known for certain dishes, but we are creating probably one of your most famous, definitely one of the tastiest ones.
Yeah, we're doing, normally I do that with a New York strip.
We're doing it with a flank steak.
Outside as a sandwich, so we're going to do it with flank steak. Pass the salt over to me there, Chip. Now, even though it's a pepper steak, it still needs some salt. Okay, it's 2 different flavors, so we're taking care of 2 different flavors here. See, this is all cracked pepper.
Right.
We're just going to put an entire layer of peppercorns on this meat. Now, obviously, there's more peppercorns there than what you're going to use, but it makes it easier to embed that pepper into the meat. For those of you who are faint of heart, you don't have to use quite this much pepper, but Chip can attest to how good this is. I've actually got some corn oil going over here, and then we're going to put it in the hot oil. You see, we're pan frying the steak. Okay, Chip, after it's cooked on one side, you're just going to turn it, and then it needs to cook for a bit longer on the other side. See that, how it's formed a nice crust on the outside?
Smells great, too.
And now it's going to take, another 5 to 8 minutes on the other side. If flank is too rare, it's a little chewy.
Okay.
Okay?
Here we go, Ray. Time to take its temperature and see if it's ready to go.
Say
Wow, that's beautiful.
We're reading right about 135, 140. That's just what we're looking for.
All right, cool.
We're going to take the steak out at this point, move it over to a cutting board, and let it rest for a couple minutes. Now we've got all this oil here which we need to take care of, so you have to have another pot along. Dump off all that extra fat. You're going to kick this up for a minute, and you're going to put the steak back just for 1 minute. Okay?
All right.
Hear that sizzle?
Yeah.
You need to be careful while you're doing this, because it could catch flame. In fact, if you really want to make a show.
Oh, cool.
Okay?
Right.
Then you're going to take some orange juice, and we're going to take a little Worcestershire sauce.
All right.
Then we're going to take some of
I love that.
Ray's famous steak sauce, and we're going to slice up our
flank steak.
Flank. Now we've got this beautiful piece of French bread here. Famous steak sauce.
Ray, fantastic. I wish people could just eat this with us. There's enough here for about, at least 6 people. What do you think?
I think it's pretty darn good.
All right, Ray, this has got actually a pretty good Freewood type feel to it, but we're doing a little pork sandwiches today.
Doing pork sandwich,
right.
or we could do battle.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, almost like Knights of the Round Tables type stuff.
First of all, I have a piece of pork tenderloin here. You can see it's been pretty well cleaned up ahead of time. What I'm going to do is butterfly it in a sense. I'm going to take about an inch of it and go down, but not all the way to the bottom. Then I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to do the same thing, and then I'm going to do that one more time right to the end like that. Okay. And there's another one. Then all we're going to do is lay it out like that.
Yeah.
And I've got a little piece of saran here. I'll take the saran wrap.
Right.
Lay it on top. Actually, I'm going to sandwich it in between. We're going to take a little hammer. Now, this can all be done the day before. In fact, it should be done the day before.
Okay.
We've discussed in other segments that breading should be done a little bit ahead of time.
Okay. And again, everything's on the website, euphemiahaye.com.
We're going to salt and pepper this a little bit.
Right.
Little salt, little white pepper we'll use this time. We're going to put it in flour, and this is the classic way of breading. And the way they teach you in school is to keep one hand dry and the other hand wet if you're doing a bunch of these, because you could do as many as 30 of these, 40 of these if you wanted to. Okay, then it goes in the egg, and then this is just some ground up breadcrumbs. I like to make the breadcrumbs myself. I buy seasoned croutons and put them right in my Cuisinart, and then just kind of lightly bread it like that.
All right.
That's basically a beautiful little pork Wiener Schnitzel, if you will. We're going to cook with olive oil. It doesn't have to be olive oil. I happen to like olive oil. You could use peanut oil. You could use corn oil.
Right.
Have to be careful if you're doing this for people that you don't know real well and you use peanut oil. A lot of people are allergic to nuts.
Oh, okay, right.
So I would suggest corn oil or olive oil.
Okay.
You see how I stacked them up here?
Yeah, a little saran wrap between.
Right.
I just like the whole thing that we're doing it on a Coleman stove. You know, you don't need to bring a big barbecue. You don't need to bring a grill. You don't even need to bring charcoal, really. Tiny little gas canister and a Coleman's camper stove.
That's it. Okay, we're going to put that in there.
All right.
See, it started to sizzle right away. You want it to start to sizzle kind of right away.
Wow.
Let's get our sandwich ready here. A nice hard roll is good. And what I like is some mayonnaise on this, some lettuce and tomato. And this is kind of the way it's served too, like hanging over like that. Oh yeah.
I'm trying that, right? It's got me all over it. Ray, San Diego Chargers on the schedule. Question is, what's on the menu?
The menu, we're going to do a 5-minute tomato sauce, and we're going to put some mussels in them, and we're going to put them on linguine. How's that?
I love how we're doing all these dishes on a Coleman stove. Honestly.
Empty pot. A little bit of olive oil.
Right. Oh, I thought you were going to do a magic trick. Empty pot.
Full pot.
Full pot. What's in there?
This is water, and I've got it seasoned with vegetable base, like vegetable cubes rather than salt.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, gives it extra flavor. We're going to start with some onion.
See the pattern it made when you shifted it?
No, did it?
Yeah.
Was it cool?
Yeah.
Was it psychedelic?
It was a little psychedelic.
And we've got some fresh basil here, and we're going to put a chiffonade of basil. And you may ask.
What is a chiffonade? Yes, I had to be careful saying that.
Chiffonade is nothing more than sliced basil. Now, I would suggest waiting to chiffonade the basil until you're at the stadium or when you're tailgating.
All right.
Because it'll turn on you. It'll turn colors on you. That's going in there.
All right, we have chiffonaded it. I think that's the word for the weekend, chiffonade, which just means
chopped tomatoes are going in there.
One unchiffonaded basil.
Unchiffonaded basil. And then we're just going to stir it and bring it to a very nice boil. They're starting to soften up.
We're gonna throw against the camper and see if it sticks.
We could.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't stick, that means it's not done, right?
Or not?
No, it's definitely not
Well,
done.
let's wait till it's done, Pete, so we'll try it when it's done.
Let's give it a
All
test,
right.
right?
No,
it's not done. Let's get back over here to our 5-minute sauce. That's been cooking about 5 minutes, right? 5, 6 minutes. In go the mussels. Now the mussels have a lot of natural juice in them, okay? So when that's gonna thin everything out and make it a nice, juicy sauce.
Yeah, that's good.
Good for you?
Yeah, that's good.
If it's good for you, it's good for me. Don't ever, ever, ever rinse your pasta.
Okay.
You're rinsing away all of the flavor that beautiful semolina flour has created on the outside of that. Put some olive oil on it. Take the linguine, put some mussels on there, and see how easy that is to do as a tailgate.
All right, Ray, I think today's dish is particularly appropriate against Carolina because obviously as they're blocking for Jake Delhomme, they're going to turn around and yell,
Duck!
exactly, which is what we have here.
Yeah, I couldn't think of what else to do to Carolina other than maybe it is a fly zone for ducks.
Exactly.
I don't know.
You never know.
I don't know, but this is, duck is our signature dish here at the restaurant,
Right.
as you know.
Yes.
This particular dish that we're doing is not our signature,
Right.
but it is really good.
Yeah, and you really mastered signing these, which is very, very difficult, you know, but never mind.
Now, these ducks, there's a lot of prep that goes into them, but I'm going to tell you how to not worry about that.
Okay.
We roast these for 3.5 to 4 hours, and all of that part is going to be on the website for you if you'd like to do that.
Yeah.
But most grocery stores sell these already roasted from maple leaf, cut in half and boned out. So you can just go to the grocery store, get them in the freezer section, thaw them, and they'll be just like this. Okay. They're seasoned and everything.
Right.
I'm just going to brush it with a little olive oil. Now, the skin does like to stick a little bit. I'll tell you that right now. So you have to be kind of careful about that. We're putting it skin side down again. Just like we did a couple other things.
Right.
Okay, then we're going to close the grill.
Okay.
Let it crisp up. Let's have a look. See how we, that duck fat, see, look at that.
Right, that's quick too.
Yep. See, I told you it likes to stick a little bit.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's no problem.
No.
I'm going to do a pan on here, put the duck on here, and it's gonna get hot faster this way.
Okay. TV edit.
Chip.
Yes. Ray.
While the duck is finishing up, we're gonna heat up this barbecue sauce, okay?
Okay.
This is homemade barbecue sauce. It's made from Euphemia Haye steak sauce and some hot chili sauce there. And then we're just going to fold in a little bit of butter. Because if you use just a straight sauce like this, it's too darn spicy. This is a technique known as effleurage. It's shaking the pan with butter in it. And what it's doing is incorporating the butter into the sauce.
Okay.
We're going back to the duck here. Oh, do you smell that sauce?
Yeah, that smells great. Wow.
And again, the way we made the barbecue sauce, which is on the website.
Right, yes, all recipes on the website.
Is with Euphemia Haye's famous steak sauce.
Yes, which is very, very good, by the way.
And sweetened chili sauce.
All right.
There you have it.
Just a lot of emotion. This is our last tailgating